Wildcat Basketball Weekly, presented by Hughes Federal Credit Union, home of the official U of A debit card. Get yours today at hughesfcu.org.
Welcome to another edition of Wildcat Weekly with head coach Sean Miller. Cats are home this week for the Oregon schools. Beavers on Thursday, Ducks on Saturday. More on that in a moment. On the road trip to the mountains, coach one up and one down. And let's talk about the beginning of each game because they seem to be drastically different. Your team got off to a great start in Salt Lake City, went on to win the game. Colorado, not such a good start, ended up losing the game. Can you go back and look at the early part of both and see the eventual outcome?
Well, especially the halves. You know, our first half at Utah, we played some excellent basketball. I mean, we were balanced. We did it on defense and offense. And, you know, Utah was ready. They were very confident coming in from their back-to-back road sweep against the Oregon schools. It's the first time in school history that they had done it. So you're catching them, I think, with a lot of confidence, playing, you know, free, and certainly had a great opportunity. They recognized that you could sense it. And the way we started the game and our consistency in the first half, I think, took the crowd out of the game and established, you know, really that we were the team that could take it all the way to the finish line. If you look at the second half of that game, though, you know, we really got off to a slow start at the beginning of the second half. They made 6 threes in a row, Brian. And as much as you like to give them total credit, and they made good plays, and they got the ball up the court, screened well, that had a lot to do with us. And then we fixed it and made some great plays down the stretch and came away with a great road win. My hope is that we would kind of learn our lesson from the beginning of the second half there and make sure that we were ready to go for Colorado. Quick turnaround. Colorado coming off a big win against Arizona State, had great confidence, really good crowd, played well. In the first half, and we were not as good as we could have been. And we dug ourselves a hole. I thought the first 8 minutes of the second half, we played with a lot of energy. DeAndre in particular on defense made 3 or 4 really good plays, but it wasn't enough.
We talk about this every season. There's a X on the back of an Arizona uniform every time you go out on the road in the Pac-12 because of the past success of this program. Something your young guys had not experienced until this weekend. Learning experience for them in that regard?
You know, I think so. You know, one thing we did prior to the Pac-12, Brian, is playing at UNLV and at New Mexico really gave them a good taste of that. Even Phoenix, you know, although we're in our state playing Texas A&M, that wasn't in McHale, gives you a feel. And then you get through the Utah game, you would think, from my perspective, wow, that's how it really feels. And but credit Colorado, they did a good job. We split the road trip, you know, and it's now up to us to flip it. We have an opportunity this week to play the Oregon schools. Both games will be really tough. We have a very quick turnaround, similar to what we just went through in that we play Oregon at noon on Saturday. So learning from the past, that will be a learning experience that I hope we can pull from.
Hughes is proud to have been serving the local community and delivering outstanding financial performance and value to their members since 1952.
As a performer, my time is valuable, and I count on Hughes Mobile Services to help me run my life.
I'm so glad I made the switch to Hughes.
I love being a Hughes member. They're local and they give back to my community.
Make the switch. Team up with Hughes Federal Credit Union by becoming a member today.
Wildcat Basketball Weekly continues, presented by Hughes Federal Credit Union. Show your Wildcat spirit with a U of A Visa debit card. Get yours today at hughesfcu.org.
Oregon State Beavers come to town on Thursday night. They had a rough season last year, one of those nightmare seasons, most of it due to injuries. Now with Trace Tinkle being healthy, with Stephen Thompson being healthy, with all their starters back, how much better is this team right now?
They're older, they're better, they're healthy. Trace Tinkle is a very good player. Oregon State would have had a much different season a year ago if he would have played. You forget he missed the entire year. So he's averaging 18 points a game. Stephen Thompson we know, and his younger brother Ethan has joined him, and Ethan is a terrific player. Could have gone almost anywhere in the country to play college basketball. And so they have some firepower. They do it inside and outside. Oregon State always really competes as well. And we have to be ready to go. I'm anxious to get through these 3 or 4 days of practice to have our team ready and to keep improving, to be a team that's much better this week than maybe we were last week in the mountains.
Is there one thing that you're looking for from your team this week? I know you want to see improvement across the board, but is that one subject out there you say, hey, I'd like this to be better Thursday night?
Great effort, especially on defense. And I think that'll lead to a lot of other things. I don't talk a lot about offense. We're a gifted offensive team. Sometimes we can make a play. And our execution will only increase and improve as we practice and continue to play games. It already has. But we've had very few games where we've lost because of our offense. Maybe 1 or 2. It usually falls on the other side. And we have to get it right. We really do. We'll never become the team we're capable of if we don't improve on defense.
Cats and the Beavers Thursday, Ducks on Saturday, and we'll see you next time on Wildcat Weekly.
Thanks for watching Wildcat Basketball Weekly, presented by Hughes Federal Credit Union, home of the free U of A Visa debit card. Get yours today at hughesfcu.org, federally insured by NCUA.